Hello guys, my name is Venti and today I'll be doing a preview of the ELeague Season 2 groups that were released just an hour ago from when I'm recording this. So these I haven't really looked into track records of Echo Fox and also Attack and their form, but I have a general idea and like a good idea of the teams, their levels and like the way they play. So I'm going to be giving you my expectations for the groups, who's going to be getting out, what plays, matchups, etc. So I have a bit of a cold. I don't know if you can tell by my voice. I don't think you really can, but my nose, if I'm snorting back, then because I do it without realizing subconsciously. Sorry if I have to cough. Sorry. Right. So Group A is Mouse Sports, Cloud9, Immortals phase. Um, People are probably thinking Cloud9 should make it out. It's Cloud9's time, and it is the first group to be played, so it's not like there's a high chance of them losing their form. But I think Mousesports have been on the uprise a lot, and they have been looking like a really good team with Oscar. They beat Navi in EPO last night. They Oscar and Nico going off in that game. If they can make sure that Nico and Oscar are going off and they're the two superstars who are putting up numbers, that means they figured out how the team's working and how and the whole scheme of the team and the hierarchy, who does what. So they figured all this shit out. So uh I think if they figured that much out, they have the talent. So I have high expectations from our sports in a month's time, especially when they can really nail down everything, every map. It can establish map pool, uh, which can be bad if as in teams don't know what they're good at and what they're bad at and how to pick ban against them. But it's also good for mouse sports because they know their singing and they know what to do properly. They kicked Kassad because of the cultural by Valve. I'm guessing Kassad didn't want to really be involved in the team unless he was in-game leading. That's understandable. That will bring them down a notch, but uh, I still think they've got the ability. Uh, so I think Mousesports are gonna get out of this group. I think Immortals are gonna be the second team that gets out of this group, not Cloud9 or FaZe. FaZe have been pure shit. Immortals beat Cloud9, which are the other contenders for a second spot. Immortals beat Cloud9 at Northern Arena in the finals. Obviously, there was this Henny bullshit that happened, but I still think that Immortals are a better team than Cloud9 overall. Uh, they've got they've got Zeus, who's in-game leading for them. They have a stable in-game leader, unlike Cloud9, whose in-game leader, much like Massports, is like the superstar, which doesn't necessarily mean they're an especially tactical team. I know I said that Mousesports have the scheme figured out and all that shit, but that's I'm referring to like individual players' roles. That I'm not saying that they're tactical in any way. I'm just saying that they've got their things figured out. But anyways, about Immortals, I think they are a more tactical team, and I think that they have superstars who can show up. Sure, Zeus doesn't frag that much, but he's shown that he can at times frag, and that he has good moments. Sorry about that, and that he has good moments from time to time. Uh, that was actually envious was flip side reminder. Anyways, but he's shown that he can step up from time to time, and he can be a really influential player, a really impactful player. So maybe they'll improve even more. I don't think they'll fall off or you know go down in the rankings. I think they'll stay where they are at least, and maybe even go up. They've got players like Phelps and Bolts who are consistent. They show up when the team needs them. They've got Phelps, not Phelps, Henry. Why did I say Phelps? Who can who can definitely put up performances from time to time. They've got Henry who can definitely be that JW wildcard, third star that shows up for the team. He can completely go insane, as we've seen him do so many times. So I think Immortals have a really good squad. Now between Mouseport and Immortals, if I had to pick between them to go first in the group, uh I'd say Immortals just because they have stars and they have a good in-game leader, a stable in-game leader, while Mousesports lack the latter. They have Nico, they have Oscar, and to be fair to them, people like Chris J, like Speedy, even Dennis, every single one of them online that is has had a good performance from time to time. They have all had uh you know good games, which is something that we never saw before when Next was in the team. So I don't know what to expect from our sports right now. So I think I'll put Immortals above them just because Immortals are a much more of a known quantity. Although both players just well, not just, but like around the same time. Immortals are actually a bit earlier. Uh, actually quite a lot earlier. But recently they've both had a squad change, right? One player for another player. But when you put in or take out an in-game leader from a squad, that changes a lot more than if you just remove a bad player. Well, Next wasn't really the bad player because he was putting up numbers, but he wasn't as a star. He wasn't doing enough, I feel. So he was definitely amongst the players to remove. It's not as much as impactful as when you remove an in-game leader, when you remove someone like Next for Oscar, who's a star himself, right? So I think Immortals, Mouse Sports, Cloud9 Phase, respectively from one to fourth. Next group, the group B, group of Beth. I am trying to make a pun here. Anyways, Virtus Pro, Nib, G2, Echo Fox. Well, we know who's going out last place here. I think Virtus Pro they've got they've got New York, I'm pretty sure. So you can get a more yeah they do. So you can get a more accurate reading on them and G2 actually, for that matter. After ESL one New York, so it's best to probably talk about them after that. But I'll give you a prediction here. I think uh Pro will be first, then G2, then Nib, then Echo Fox. I think VP, the way they're playing, they're in a they're having a good run, and they're playing well. And uh, I don't think that they're likely to lose that form anytime soon. G2, and also about VP, uh, they've just won two tournaments in the last like 4 months. I think 4 months ish. In the last 4 months, actually a bit more than 4 months. But in the last 4 months or so, they've won two tournaments. One of them much bigger, obviously. Bucharest, everyone expected them to win it. Well, not necessarily expected, but everyone knew Virtus.pro was the best team going into that tournament. Sorry, that they were the best team going into that tournament. So not really that big of a deal that they won it. But I think they will go out first because it's LAN. The whole group stages are LAN, and I don't know. It says November 4th to November 5th here, so I don't know how long the groups will take. If there will be like the old groups, or it will just be GSL style. I 4th and 5th, so that's 2 days. I don't really know. I don't know the schedule or the format. So, but I think ELeague more so than majors and more so than normal tournaments, the group stages are very over a longer period of time, and I think uh VP will be able to get out, if not first, at second place, definitely. But I think it will be actually it's realistic that it will be second place. NIP by the tournament, I'd imagine or by their group stage, I'd imagine they'd have Pit back. So, uh, and I'd imagine they wouldn't have had much time to play with him, like a month at most. I'd imagine. Uh, that they'd have to play, with him. So they're not going to be really in a great form going into the tournament. So I don't have high expectations for Nip. Nip with Pitt was playing pretty bad recently, anyways, before the summer break. So really, I don't expect much from Nip. I think their run at the SOL League was great, but Forest and Get Right were playing out of their minds, so you can't expect that to happen every time. G2, I think I think they can do a lot. I think G2 are a very capable team and definitely more capable than NiP. So I think they'll be able to secure the second place. Last time NiP actually ranked over them in their group, but I feel like NiP was in a better place than it is currently, and G2 hasn't really moved away that much from where they were before. Um, so really an unpredictable group. But my personal opinion is VP, G2, NiP, Echo, and Echo. Obviously, I'd be surprised if they actually. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't expect them to win the game. 0-6. If depending on the style, they're definitely gonna go out last place. So if it's like a GSL type, uh, if it's a GSL type group, then uh, yeah, they'll go out last place. Right. And this is by far the most stacked group, by the way. Stacked. There we go. Stacked group, in my opinion. Um, alright, Group C. Navi, Astralis, Ocean Attacks, LOL, SK Gaming. Uh, Navi and SK. Easily Navi and SK. Navi, SK, Astralis, Ocean Attacks. Even, I don't even fucking know of Astralis anymore, man. They might even go out last. They might lose to Ocean Attacks. I don't know about SK and Navi. SK have, even since Fur came back, SK have uh, been inconsistent. Well, he's only played a few matches, but they have been their results. I think they lost the map online on ESL Pro League, which is unacceptable for them. They should be winning as like every single map against these fucking trashy NA teams. Let's see who they lost against. Okay, they might not have lost. Yeah, they got 16 freed by. They lost the best of 3 to Optic online, admittedly, and that was with. So really don't know what to. So okay, since Far came back, they've played uh they've played quite a few of matches actually, and they won a lot of them. But that doesn't change the fact that they lost a best of 3 to Optic, and they only managed to pick up 3 rounds in one of the maps. They've played against teams like COG, Optic, Renegade, Splice, Complexity, NRG, Muffin Lighting, Ronin, Pain. Yeah, fucked if I had those teams before. But and the only notable ones are Renegade and Optic, and they lost to Optic in a best of 3 online. So I don't know what to expect from SK. Maybe they've lost their form, maybe they've lost their flair, maybe the metagame's changed. A lot of maybes. So I definitely expect them to make it out of the group, considering the teams. Unless Australis make drastic improvements and drastic changes to the roles, maybe even take out Carrigan. Yeah, fucked if I suppose that would happen. With all the fucking uh heroics and Dignitas is rising up. you've got the fucking supposed best team in Denmark with some of the best players like Kirby and Device, and then fucking Carrigan. Whatever he's bringing to the team tactically, no, it's like fucking playing with four players and a coach. Yeah, no one's gonna fucking do that. So I think they've definitely gonna take out Carrigan. MSL would be better for them, but I don't think they're gonna improve much in the next few months or the next, what is it, 2 months before the tournament, a bit less than 2 months, 7 weeks. I don't think they'll improve. So I think they'll finish third, maybe even fourth. I don't know if Fast and Attacks can beat them. Will they bring their cheats on LAN? Is it possible to cheat on LAN? Well, it is, but will they? I don't know. So I think Navi first, SK second. Although Navi's been actually pretty, Navi's been pretty inconsistent themselves. So it's a real toss up between SK and Navi. Actually, yeah, SK first, Navi second, Astralis, alternate attacks. And finally, Group D, nothing near death. Fnatic, Envy, Dignitas, Optic. I think it will be Fnatic and Dignitas. If Envy, sorry, if Envious improves, which they can, and it's not completely ludicrous to think they can, I think Envious can make it out of the group instead of Fnatic. I think Dignitas will make it out. I don't know about Fnatic. They need to bring in someone instead of Wenton. I don't give a shit what his fucking stats are on LAN. I don't give a fuck. No, not Wenton. Come on, you've got fucking Goloff, Dennis, Twist, Lekro. Okay, Lekro's a bit of he's not bad. He's definitely not bad, but he's an unknown quantity. And to have Wenton besides, no, just fuck off. No. Uh, Rain would be a really good addition to the team, but FaZe recently made a signing. They signed Alu, so I don't know uh how willing he'll be to come over to the team. Although he has played with Dennis, and from what I know, they're pretty decent friends. So I think they should sign Rain ASAP if they want to have a chance to be in the in tier one. But if assuming that the current squads, and that's not necessarily an accurate assumption, but assuming that the current teams attend the tournament, like with the current rosters, I think Dignitas will be first in the tournament. Fnatic haven't played a lot of offline games. I don't think they've played any actually. Let's see. Uh, yeah, they have. This team hasn't played any LANs uh together. So maybe it's all different at LAN. I don't fucking know. But all of my Dennis Fnatic won't ever a fucking offline only team like Virtus Pro is, or like G2 is. I don't know about G2 actually. Anyways, so I think it will be Dignitas and mm, actually the second place is actually pretty contested. If Optic brought in Tarek, if is Dabs their in-game leader? I think so, right? Anyways, whoever's the game leader, I'm pretty sure it's Dabs. If he manages to uh there, what's the word? Use, I don't know, utilize all the talent that's on the team. Mixwell, Tarek, and then like a third star, like a third star. Mixwell, a really consistent support player. Uh, I think Optic can be in the run for a place out of the group. But I think ultimately it will be Dignitas and Fnatic making it out of the group. I my personal prediction is Dignitas with the current squad, assuming that they're using the current squads. Dignitas, Fnatic, Optic, Envy. Um, just because when it doesn't go well for Envy, it goes really bad. Like their last place at. I'm pretty sure it was their last place at Cologne. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Actually, let me just recap all the groups. So from A, Mouse, Immortals, Mouse Sports, Cloud9 Phase. From B, uh, did I say Verse Pro G2 first? I think I said Verse Pro. Verse Pro, G2 Nip, Echo, and from Group C, SK Navi, Australis Auto Attacks. From Group D, Dignitas, Fnatic, Optic, Envious. Thank you guys so much for watching. Uh, bye bye.